Alrighty, here. You happy, kitty? Got a happy purry kitty on the lap today. Hey, salutations, welcome. My name is Phil, like JCServant, and welcome to another exciting City of Heroes action adventure with our heroine Fallout Queen. And we have Azrectly in our chat as well. How are you doing this morning? And we're going to start off by checking to see if our converter's sold. And I think they have not. They have not sold yet. Most unfortunate. Hey, Tennyson is welcome into the chat. We are doing our second Fallout Queen episode. We did the first one last night here. So we're gonna get out there and find some more fun to get into here. And see what we can find. Our new community-made heroine that we made yesterday, the Fallout Queen. Or no, there's no the. It's just Fallout Queen. She was made by the community. This is Corruptor with Storm and Radiation. And power sets. And the community chose everything from the power sets to the archetype to the look of the character. Yeah, well, you can rewatch that stream from our archives if you want. Let's see here. I am supposed to get with Officer Fields here. That's the next thing I'm supposed to do, so I'm going to do that. Well, actually, I could get the reward merits. While I'm on my way up there, I might as well go ahead and collect the exploration-y badges. I don't think I've done those on this character just yet. But yes, last night we had a big, huge celebration. We made this character together. We talked about the game a lot. Well, that's okay. I'll probably be streaming on and off through the weekend as well. So plenty of opportunities to say hi and talk about our new character. Along with other new characters I showed off yesterday. So if you're around at the end of the story arc and you want to see a couple new characters I made, I can show those to you as well. We're going to go ahead and grab the 8 exploration badges of the good guys here. On the hero side, they're a little bit easier to get to, I think, than the villain ones. Just a titch. Oh yes, and the character overlay. We do have a character overlay for this character. Let's pull this up. We do. And I don't know if I like this one. Might look, that looks pretty okay actually. I was gonna say I do have another one too that I used a different background color on that might pop a little better, but that works. But yeah, there's Fallout Queen. I'll show you the blow up of the character here so you can see it on the stream, but that's how the artwork came out. She looks pretty badass. So AI hard at work at drawing our fancy characters for us. And that does look pretty good. Yeah, I will say I think the character design came out great. You never know what you're going to get when you get the community together to come up with a design, because it could be a little hodgepodgey. But I think it worked out pretty good. Now don't forget, while you're grabbing that one merit badge deep inside of City Hall, go ahead and hit this PvP teleporter here. Go to PvP zone. Then teleport right back again to get Ouroboros. Ugh. Tennyson says, I am so lazy with character design, I usually make boring costumes. I can show you the method I use to make my outfits, and I'll show you some new characters that I made, and I'll tell you a little bit about, oops, I almost passed up a merit right there. And I'll tell you the method I use, which is quick and easy and comes up with decent outfits. I will never claim that I have the best looking outfits in the game. But I've already gotten a lot of compliments on my new, I think it's a blaster. And I will show that at the end of this next story arc here. We're going to need to actually do this officer story arc first. And then we can go over some things. We'll go ahead and grab these 5 merit rewards. These are going to be important for starting funds for this character. It's on the ledge around here somewhere. There it is right there. Boop. And that should get me 5 units of reward merits. Yays. Alright, so we were looking for this contact. This guy right here. I don't know if I've ever done this guy's story arc or not. So this is Officer Field's storyline. Hi, you're Fallout Queen, right? Matthew Habashi told me all about you, and how much you helped with the Hellions at Atlas Park and Prometheus Park. I'm glad you're here. We've got nothing but trouble over here in the Promenade. This place was once known for its theaters and music halls, but many of them have closed over the past few years due to the high rates of crime. Things aren't getting any better with what just happened. What's going on? No More Fears, Part 1, The List. Well, we've got a murder case on our hands. Larry Bott, an actor known throughout the Promenade, was found dead in front of the nearby office complex. The real shame is that his brother, Joseph Bott, has also gone missing since the meteors hit Galaxy. I was going to investigate it myself, see if there's any connection, but, well, I still get kind of sick around bodies. I haven't formed that hardened cop fortitude yet. But I was the top of my class, Fallout Queen, and I could smell something bigger brewing here, and I don't like it one bit. Well, what are you smelling? Larry was playing a big role in the charity play being put on for victims of the Galaxy incident. I think someone doesn't want that event to go off. The one thing that bugs me is why? Who would want to stop something that's just trying to help people? Anyway, you should go speak with Detective Pierce and investigate the crime scene. I'll be here following up on any leads that might arise. Okay, so we gotta... Yeah. Loading saved ones is definitely a way to go, by the way. Detective Pierce. Fallout Queen, heard about you from Field. Sure wish they'd give us something more here than fresh recruits, but what are you going to do? We've got our victim over here. It looks like he was trying to run away with something or someone after being bodily injured. Whoever did this delivered a killing blow, took out one of his kidneys, and then left. We've got a witness here, but she's refusing to answer us. She's saying that we can't protect her if she talks. No more faith in all that. Maybe if a hero talks to her, she'll think differently. Care to give it a shot? So this is pretty cool. They got this nice little crime scene set up here. Coppers all over the place. I told them I'm not saying anything. Just standing here will make me a top... Oh, wait, you're Fallout Queen, aren't you? The one who stopped the Hellions. Do you think... Would you be able to handle what's going on here? That you'll protect me from the people who did this? I will. Just tell me what happened. I was out here this morning when I saw that man being chased by the Fazalok. They yelled that they couldn't let his parts get away. I hid behind a dumpster and watched as they killed him. And they took out his kidney. It was horrible. Then there were a few of them. They said that this would do nicely and that it was time to bring the parts back to the guest. They went to the sewers nearby. Fella Queen, you have to find out what's going on. I don't want to be their next victim. I just want to be safe. And don't worry, I'll get to the bottom of this. Ah, those darn Vasilocks just ruin things everywhere, don't they? They do, they do, they do. Scourge. It's always about the Scourge. Defeat 8 Vazamalak. Those Vazamalak always causing trouble. Where are you going, Vazi? It's interesting. You just got to kill 10 of them, but they're in this sewer. Come on. Let's see. Where are you guys hiding at? Don't hide from me. Who knew that radiation could heal people, not just cause cancer? Am I right, guys? Got 4 more Vasilok to kill. And I've got these first 2 powers now double slotted with damage. So they were doing better. Back you go. We need 2 more. Oh, 2 more volunteers. Who would have guessed? Radiation. It's not just for cancer anymore. It's not a lot of healing. Let's see. Right now it's 15 hit points out of 133, so it's barely 10%. Alright, so that's our 10 Vazamalak. Let's head back out of here. Heroes let ladies just get mugged. Is that what you guys are saying? We're just running by, letting people get mugged. Tony's just kind of standing out here doing his own thing, I guess. What did you find in those sewers, Fallout Queen? A list of body parts to be taken from the attendees of the play. That's not good at all. Well, obviously, that's not good at all. I probably didn't have to say it. I just hope that their leader, Dr. Vasilok, isn't in on this. The guy's a total nutcase. He thinks he's working to make the world a better place by making these abominations from body parts of people. We need to warn the manager of the theater about the Vasilok and make sure to stop them. That charity event needs to happen, Fallout Queen. We have to help the people of Galaxy. No More Fears, Part 2, Responsibility. The safest thing to do in this situation would be to stop the charity event. The Vasilok clearly want to launch a major attack on it. But the people left over from Galaxy need this event, Fallout Queen. We have to make sure this goes off without a hitch. The remaining PBD are going to do their best to play security, but we need everyone on our side. I think the manager of the theater might be able to help. What do you mean? The theater manager, a woman named Victoria Manuel, is a retired hero. Well, retired is a strong word. She's barely in her 30s, but she gave up on the whole hero gig. I'd see if you could talk to her and convince her to help us out while also trying to run this charity event. The more people we have helping us out, the better. I'm going to try to see if I can find any clues as to why the Vasilok would want to target these people specifically and who might be behind all of this. Hey, and CrossFit's just joined the chat. Welcome, CrossFit, to our second adventure of Fallout Queen. Well, hello there. Pleasure to meet you, Fallout Queen, correct? Name's Victoria Manuel. It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance. That little darling of a man, Officer Fields, told me that a little brats in Vasilok are up to no good, That's right, they're targeting people attending your event. How annoying. You try to run one little event in this place and you got mad scientists trying to use your audience as body parts. Well, I'm sure a capable woman like you can handle a few men with meat cleavers, I especially hope so, given that I heard some of the people on my list have gone missing. I'm just so busy at the moment, I can't imagine trying to juggle all of this. I know you used to be a hero. You can do something to help with this. And no. I gave up my mantle a while ago, sweetheart. It's too late for me to pick that back up again. I'm glad you think that, though. I think you and I should split up on this, I'll handle the charity event here, and you can handle that group of Vasilok that seem to be encroaching on the event. Oh, that's right. I forgot to mention that. I just received a message that the PBD have spotted a group of them nearby. I'd love it if you could handle them. Right. Oh, now we have to just killed 10 Vasilok in this, so we got a street cleaning after all that chit chat. I did not realize there were Vasilok up in this part of the map. Never noticed that poster behind there? Oh. Hey, SL. You've received your first piece of Invention Salvage. This can be used with more salvaging recipes to create enhancement, costume pieces, or temporary powers. To learn more about the Invention system, see any trainer. Come on. Bad Lieutenant can die now. Those are two Vasilok. Ugh, you guys aren't Vasilok. Well, I like how they send you out here as if this is the epicenter of Vasilok, and then you get here and there's two. Oh no, we found two more. Okay, now we're cooking with grease. Well, that one hurts. All right, one of the questions we were asking yesterday, we're going to ask of our live chat here. Which would you rather solo, a blaster or a corruptor? Okay, this is hurting more than I had hoped. Yeah, get blown back. That was a little close. That was a little close. Oh, please tell me you're not here to stab me. Wyatt. Bye, Wyatt. Have a good day, Wyatt. I still gotta kill more Vasilok. I didn't say you could be in my face. Darn boy. Hey, Braddock just joined the stream. How's Braddock doing this morning? Got 2 more Vasilok here to take care of at some point. Oh, there's 2 more right there. How convenient of them to volunteer. Oh, just die already. You did not want to go down. There we go. That's all 10. Cloudy in Germany. Yeah, I'm going to be going grocery shopping soon. I'll be in and out on streams all weekend. We got to work hard on Fallout Queen. Got some new characters I'm working on, and I still got to get my melee characters up to 50. So I have a lot of to-do items in the game. Let's talk to the Officer Fields. Boom, number level 5. Good to see you made it back in one piece, Fallout Queen. What'd you find? Oh, a note from Dr. Vasilok himself. And what's this about Bot? Larry Bot is dead? Unless his brother Joseph? This is getting crazier by the minute. On one hand, at least Dr. Vasilok's goal isn't a mustache-twirling plot to destroy the charity event. On the other hand, he seems to be pushing his own scientific goals above the well-being of those people. No more fears. Finale. No guarantee. This all adds up, Fallout Queen. While you were gone, I was doing some digging and found some very odd spikes in power usage in a specific part of the sewer system. I'm betting that Joseph Bot is in there with Vasilok performing various experiments, and that is probably where the people have already been kidnapped. There's no time to lose. Right. Here's the location of the sewer system. I don't know what drove Joseph Bot to this, but it's up to you to stop it. Let's hope you can save the hostages down there just like you saved the hostages from the Hellions. Just be careful, if I were you. You're walking deep into Vasilok territory. Now, I should probably consider leveling up before I go down there. A couple more slots at this level can make a big difference. Wait a minute. Oh, you know what? Let's just go do the quest. I got discombobulated and start running back towards the quest anyways. I'll level up after I'm done with this one quest. What's 2 more slots between friends? A putrid smell fills the sewers. It definitely isn't the smell of sewage. You probably don't want to know what exactly the smell is. Let's see here. What's the NPC saying? Look at the times we live in. Cities are being destroyed in a blink of an eye. How do you expect a person to live in a world with no guarantees, no safety? Dr. Vasilok has promised all of his followers safety, immortality. Can you do that, Fallout Queen? The people of this event are sacrificed for a greater cause, the cause of immortality. My new body will be complete. I will live forever, and then I will give my gift to all the people of Paragon. We will all never have to be afraid of anything ever again. These guys do have a lot of faith in the promises of a brighter tomorrow. You gotta give credit where credit's due. They have faith. Yeah, the sounds of the storm powers really seems muted. And I'm not exactly sure if that's one of my mods or not that's doing that. Rescue the actors. Rescue the actors. Oh, well, this looks like a bunch of actors that are in trouble. And now we got one more left. Pretty easy 1-2 knockout punch with these guys. Now we just need to defeat Joseph Bot. I like how they got this big door to this really dead end right there. You cannot enter. Whoa, whoa. Going down to the caves. Like, there clearly is a sound effect there. That sounded like a scratchy record. Gosh, I cannot finish him off to save my life. Well, that was a little scary there. That got a little close. We're going to combine these into some extra health because I think we're going to need it at this rate. Alright, where's this guy at? One thing I need to determine is if I want to make this a stealth character as well that kind of stealths to the end of missions like this. I definitely do that on the villain side because those missions are designed to be stealthed. Now I do recall doing this before, and this one has a little bit of a thing. This says Officers Fields. Can you hear me? Matthew Habeshi sent me some intel on Bot. He's being powered by something called a life machine. You need to destroy it in order to hurt him. Now, when I did this many moons ago, I did not read the text, boys and girls, and I kept trying to beat him up, and it does not work. You definitely need to beat this up first. Don't be like Phil. What's really nice is he's going to let me beat this machine up without him getting aggroed, so it's awfully nice of him. Okay. What's this? Dr. Vasquez, he promised with my power that it was not tied to machines anymore. No. Oh, he hurts a lot. Am I trapped with him, or is he trapped in here with me? You decide. Alrighty. Exit out to Atlas Park. Now, if any of you guys are wondering if double XP is worth it or not, how much money are you losing? All you have to do is watch these streams of these solo self-funded characters that I'm doing. Because I don't use double XP with them, and you can see we're getting a whopping 92 influence for that kill. Ooh! Let's contact Officer Fields. No more fears finale, no guarantee. You did it, Fallout Queen. The hostages are being taken care of right now. Joseph Bot will be sitting in prison for a very long time, and the charity event is going off as we speak. I almost feel bad for Bot. Dr. Vasilek took advantage of his fear after the Galaxy incident. But to think of how desperate Bot must have been, killing your own brother for your safety. I'm happy that we have people like you in the city, Fallout Queen, to show us that we can be safe in this world without having to go to such extreme measures. Well, there's also the PBD too, but it's always good to have a super-powered hero to have our backs. Be introduced to a new contact. Seraph is always trying to help out with things here in Atlas. I know you can help them out, Fallout Queen. Just watch out for Theory. I hear he's a little weird. Aaron Theory. There's a scientist that works at Seraph. His name is Aaron Theory. Matthew Habeshi said he might be able to help regarding the situation with Arachnos in Atlas Park. He'd like for you to go talk to him, see what you can find. So that was Officer Fields we did there. Let's go ahead and get trained. Did we get any reward merit? And we got no reward merits, I don't think, for that. Let me just check my salvage here and see if I have any reward merits. No, I did get 3 because I had 5 from before. Somewhere I got 3 reward merits, but I don't think I see it at all in the log. Yeah, there's the 5 I got for doing the runaround today. I don't know where I picked up 3 more reward merits because I would have picked up 5 from doing around here. I picked up 3 yesterday for doing Matthew's story arc, and we immediately sold those for unslaughters. So it has to be from this current adventure, but it doesn't show up in the log, so that's kind of weird. That's kind of odd, but what are you going to do? Let's go ahead and level and make a little bit of quick cash. I like having some money. We'll buy some converters this time. Oh my gosh. I haven't even bought SOs yet. No wonder I'm kind of missing a lot. That makes sense. Well, let me see here. What do we have here? Whoops. Jetstream does some pretty good damage, so let's put it in Jetstream. How did I end up here in the river? Twin Shot is hanging out at Atlas Park. A sassy little Spitfire calling herself Twin Shot has been watching you ever since you showed up in Paragon City. Now you're hearing she's been talking about you with other superpower types in Atlas Park. Perhaps you want to see why she's taken interest in you. We're definitely going to do that one. That's kind of a classic at this point. And whatnot. Oh, I'm kind of close to level 6, but not quite. Alright, well, that will be it for this particular episode of our Fallout Queen, I believe. I do need some more money, though. Let me do that real quick. We need to make a withdrawal from the ATM machine. And this time we're going to make sure to buy, enhancements, converters. Salvage. Let's see here. Just get a little pocket change here. 50,000. And the rest of these converters, I want to make sure I get at least 55,000 for them. Oh, did those no go? Uh-oh. But now it looks like they went, maybe. Okay. Looks looks like they did go. Okay. All right, so that's all for this character for now. Continue to watch the playlists for more adventures with the Fallout Queen. Thank you guys so much for watching. Until next time, may God bless you. All right, let's see here. All right, so did anybody want to see the new characters? Well, I fixed my camera just a titch. There we go. Now that's fixed. It's a little better. It's a little fill head. Anybody want to see new characters, or are we good? We good? We're good. Oh, let me write down the name of this before I forget. Contact was Officer Fields. So that was the Officer Fields story arc. Officer Fields. You always gotta write down notes so you forget. Let's see here. Tennyson, are you there? Let's see. So this was one character that I did yesterday, and in creating this character, I'll tell you that the fast way, and people already said they like this outfit, the fast way to do some of this stuff is, you know, after you pick your body type, whatever, is go to your costume. And there's a whole bunch, so part of it is there's a whole bunch of presets in here, right? Got a whole metric ton of presets. And I usually use those as starting points along with, you know, a color scheme if it's like an earth character, or let's go with earth tones, right? And just set the primary and secondary, and then kind of go through these first and use that as a starting point real quick. And I usually just flip through and I just grab something that grabs my eye. My mentality is I start my characters at level 1, and I don't know if I'm going to like them or not until they're in their 20s, if I'm going to like the power sets or not. There's plenty I put on the shelf. So I don't want to spend too much time picking something if, you know, if it's not going to work out. So pick something that just looks good enough. You know, you pick something that works good enough. So now for half of these outfits, and oh, I've not used this one before. That looks pretty cool. For half of these outfits, or not half these outfits, but the thing is, you don't want to treat all these as equal, because the I forget which one it is, not the bear, but basically just a regular good old superhero outfit, right? This thing right here. Basically what that has underneath of it is a whole bunch more presets. Of course it does. It's City of Heroes. But my point being is, let's get rid of this stupid ugly helmet. But when you go into the upper body and you go into the tights, in the tights section, you're going to find all kinds of different patterns. And a lot of these patterns are basically the same or have a consistent look across the different body pieces. So let's say we take Starshot, for example, right? And let's make these white so they're easy to see. So if we take Starshot, there's always the chance that the gloves will also have a Starshot There is stars. I don't see star shot, but they may have star shot. The legs may have star shot. The pants may have star shot. And so a lot of times you can get really quick matching things without thinking too hard by just, you know, oops, did I do tights, tight sleek, starburst? Well, there's starburst. I've used starburst before across. There's star shot. So you can already start to get a consistent look for your character just by looking for something like that. So I do that a lot too. To give them kind of a let me log into a villain. I get bored of the hero's music so much. So log into a villain, quit a villain. I really do get tired of these pop-ups as well. Let's see, character select. I don't want to see pop-ups when I play a game. I have pop-ups in real life. Alright, back to villain music. Anyways. So yeah, I would usually just look for, in a lot of the outfits, after picking whether it's going to be leather or just, you know, regular superhero outfit or whatever, I'll just look for like one of those, like, you know, that Star Blast or whatever have you, and just pick it for the arms, the gloves, wherever it's at, I'll pick it right across the board. And that's a good starting place. You know, like Umbral Knight here, all he is that one leathery look all the way across. Volt, all she is the lightning. I forget what the pattern's called, but it's just the lightning pattern all across her metallic body. That's it. Just very simple and straightforward. Aftershock, I forget the name of this particular set, but that's all it is. Now this one, she's a little fancier in that she's using Enforcer boots and gloves, so she has two different sets going on at once. But that's because I knew I wanted to make her have these really big hands and feet. Yeah. So Aftershock is a character that I made yesterday. And that one has some artwork. Yeah, that's all I do. I can make these characters in under 10-15 minutes. I get there and I play. I can tweak this later on. If I like the character a lot, then I'll spend time on it. Absolutely. So if we take a look, this is Aftershock. Here's Aftershock's artwork. So here's Aftershock. Now, Aftershock took less than 15 minutes by picking an outfit. A lot of times I'll get and then tweak a lot later on. Yeah. Now, you can tell me whether this looks better or the one that took us, you know, an hour or more last night to make. I think they both look great. I'm not, you know, maybe this one looks a teeny bit better because there's a little more attention to detail, but I think the 15-minute deal is really good for a new character. So that's Aftershock. I also created Witchfire. Witchfire is also very simple, right? She's just got leather pants and whatever that top is called. And let's see if we got some artwork for her. The music always goes down every time I zoom out to the OBS program. So there's her artwork. I haven't fixed her background yet. There's Witchfire. Let me fix her background real quick while I'm thinking about it, because it's going to drive me crazy. Why is your background all black, Sunshine? Oh, it's going to be a little tough to get rid of that background too, because so much of her outfit is black that makes it a little bit more difficult. Just a titch. Just a teeny weeny bit. But I think we can get it done. I think we can. Clean some of this up real quick and import this into the program and all that other fun jazz. So after doing a few of these in a row, I don't want to edit any more pictures for a while. Definitely edited out. Really art program. Probably spend more time tweaking some of these pictures than I do the costumes in City of Heroes. Okay, that's probably good enough. Oops. Don't get too fudgy fingers on that fill. All right, file, save. There we go. Instantly updated. She's holding the whip kind of wrong. I don't know why AI loves to hold weapons in the wrong direction. You know, it used to be the fingers and thumbs. They put too many fingers on the characters. Now it's more along the lines we can't hold weapons right. It's like a 50-50 chance you're going to have them holding the sword the wrong way. Yo, count of one little demon. The important question is, when do I get the whip? That's what we really want to know. The first whip were even deadlier than the sword reverse grip? Exactly. Boy, could you move any slower there, Imp? Take your time. So the nice thing about playing Mastermind, you start off with just one little guy, and it's just you and your one little imp trying to take over the world. Together we will win. Yeah. Are you okay there, Imp? Good, because we still need to beat up, like, I don't know, something else. Go get him. Oh gosh, I fell down to the frickin' hole. Oh gosh, there's another off. Where did you come from? That's what you like to see right there. Alright. Nothing like going out on your first patrol with your little demon bud. Showing everyone who's boss. We get a lash or... Oh, we get a lash or corruption. Ooh. Let's see here. This one is 3-second recharge for 10, 15. These are like 2 main attacks here. Whip it. Oh, whip it good. Dun, 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 dun. All right. Go to our start vendor, get that stuff. Whip it good. Oh, I wasn't even using double XP. Rude. I knew I was forgetting to do something. I don't like this big blue weird thing all over me. I thought I came to a quiet server. Let's see here. Right, enhancements. I got so distracted by the whole someone's doing a drive-by shooting on me. What is this? Is that a heal? That's a heal. Sure, I'll take a little extra healing for now. I like how there's this orchestra singing when you call those demons up. That's too funny. So the nice thing about the villain missions is that they just get right to it. They don't have this whole fluffy, you know, go and investigate this or talk to this person. It pretty much just says go there and kill everything. Alright, how long does this stupid looking ice look at last? Ugh. Alright, doesn't say. Go get him, little demon dude. I want to do the whip. Whip. That's pretty funny. Whip it good. Oh, psh. Sounds pretty whipalicious. Nah, whip. Smack. Okay, what do you guys think of the whip? Was the whip worth it? I have to say, I thought attacking with bees and falcons was kind of cool, but then I met the whip. Right, a little extra whip goes a long way. And it does have quite the range on it if it attacks from here. Well, it looks like it's playing out, but I don't know if it's doing any damage. Well, it's missing. That doesn't help. Alright, that did some damage. So that's pretty cool. It does like an earth aftershock effect that travels at a distance. Are there sides in this game? That would be badass. Let me pop some more into there. Alright, so now he's going to be a little bit more of a powerful demon guy, I think. Scythe Titan weapon. Oh, nice. I'll be right back, guys. Going to use the restroom. You know, I'm talking the microphone. How long has the microphone been off, Rude? Okay. Don't stream with the microphone turned off, boys. It doesn't work too well. Not a lot of snakes in this hole. Oh, there's a whole bunch. That's what I get for speaking too soon. Where's my pet? Why are you not keeping up, you stupid pet? I swear the robots keep up faster than you do. The whip is pretty cool. How you doing, Michael? How's it going this morning? Welcome. Welcome to our humble abode here in City of Heroes. Oops. I'm doing really good on this low-level mastermind at the moment, so I'm not sure when people say that they have struggles early on with mastermind. I wonder if they're just not enhancing them for damage. Make sure to enhance your pets for damage, boys and girls. You'll feel a lot happier. I mean, after all, they're supposed to be your big damage dealer, so, you know. Well, that Radiant Aura is that low of an AoE? Oh, there it goes. I'm about to say, he's pretty close by. Honestly, might be worth keeping on auto. Well, maybe not. It is an endurance hog. Say keep it on auto cast because it's so small. So how are y'all doing today? Anybody do anything new, fun, and exciting today? Anybody want me to show them anything? Poor guy. My one soul demon is working overtime here. Defeat Cepheus and his guards. So he starts off with a ranged attack and then he goes in for the kill. Cute little demon guy. You're doing an Arachnus Soldier. I'm crazy. I think out of the epic classes, I've heard that the Arachnus Soldier is probably the most friendly for solo players, but I might have misheard. I can show you my Arachnos Widow, and we can all have a good laugh together if you'd like. I got like a level 24 Widow. Let's see here. What do I need to do? I need to turn this back in. It's nothing, Bido. How's the demoning going? How's it going, Ghost Yuki? I think it's real. I think the demon's really cute, and the whip is really awesome. And so far, it's going pretty good. No complaints. You have more character ideas? So run with our duo. Oh, we should definitely do some more duo this weekend. Let me see here. In fact, I'm supposed to go grocery shopping here in a bit, but we should definitely do some more with our duo this weekend. Definitely. And mind you, we can duo with any characters that have to be those two characters. We can definitely, if you want to play something else, have lots of different characters. The question is what server they're on right now as I slowly move them all over. Because that's a process. Let's see here. What do we have? Accelerated metabolism or lash. Let's see. Radiation infection makes it harder for enemies to hit us. Whoa. And it's a huge endurance cost. Oh, but dang, Nab, look at what it does there. Negative 18% to hit is huge. And it's a 15-foot radius, so that's really big. And then you have accelerated metabolism, which is a 7-minute cooldown, but it's going to buff everybody around you for 2 minutes as if they ate a red, makes them pretty resistant to things. That's pretty nice too. It's just the long cooldown. You can kind of get that down, but that's kind of a very long cooldown. What an odd time. 7 minutes, 2 seconds. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. Can't play till evening as usual, yeah. Beast Radiation is just awesome. I've been doing Beast Marine, but I do love the Beast. I love the wolves so much. They are so cute. I love them. They are so well animated for this game. Absolutely do love them. I have your favorite outfits. Yeah, well there you go. Who's texting me? Nothing important, I see. Okay, let's see here. I don't know which one of these I really want for level 4. I'll probably just go for more damage for now. But all these are good powers. I just like hearing the music over again. Master is done with me? I like he just like bamps out like Nightcrawler. That's pretty funny. Let's see here. I'll see if these will get me through to level 7, and then I'll buy some SOs, because SOs are really nice. Kind of surprised I haven't done the wolf pack yet. Yeah, Yuki. Well, from what I've heard from people, some people say that the wolves are the worst meta-wise. They're only melee only for the most part. And they tend to run really quick after things, and a lot of people don't like them mechanically. But I'm here mostly for the theming, and they do the job just fine to me. They absolutely do the job just fine to me. My Beast Radiation's a magical circus. That's pretty cool. I like that. That sounds great. Oh, so Lash is a lot closer distance. You have to be pretty close on him for Lash. But it is some pretty darn good damage. Oh, look at that whip. You guys weren't kidding about how cool the whip is. Well, yeah, to be a circus, I almost wish you could combine this whip with the Beast Mastery. Then you could be a circus leader, right? With the lions and the wolves and a whip. You would definitely be like an animal tamer. Wolves are my favorite animal for the main reason I say that. Yeah. Yeah, they are. It's really, really cool. Wolves are just so thematic. Now, I'm personally a cat person, but you do get a lion or two in there, so that works out pretty good. Yeah, the whip animations are really, really nice. I have to say. Now I want to try out all the Beastmaster sets just to see what else, or Beastmaster Mastermind sets just to see what else I'm missing out on. Because I've always just played my Robotics Mastermind. And recently started farting around with Thugs. I have a Thug Mastermind. I'm a little unhappy with the traps on that just because the cooldown is so darn dang nabbit long. You would think that for as long as the cooldown is on those traps or devices or whatever they're called, you would think they're the most overpowered things in the game, but they don't feel like it. Yeah, imagine a melee set that's just whips. That should totally be a thing that they do next. Somebody put that in the suggestions on their forums, because this is badass. Who doesn't want this? Shabam. That is cool. Oh, gosh. Where's this been all my life? And why is it only in Mastermind? These are the questions we're asking ourselves. Right? Here. I just like doing this side view so you can see more whip action because it's just fun. Oh, they die so quickly. Stupid enemies dying. Alt appearances for Chainsaw, Lassos, etc. Yeah. Yeah, the beast attacks are also pretty cool. If you guys watch Silverhawks, I just always feel like when you call the bird and he does the hand motion, I want to go, Tallyhawk, come on. And if you guys see my Scrapper Falcon Girl, who's totally not Hawk Girl. Falcon Force, I should say. I love the wing animation. Like, I like anything having to do with animals. Animals are the best. I love animals. I have a cat sleeping right over here. So we got our reward merits, quick money for this character. Train to a new level of power. Let me see here. Damage accuracy. They do slow movement. They do flares. They do claw rake. Super leap. I guess they probably do slow when they're like... Maybe when they're enhanced later on. So you want damage, you want some accuracy early in the game. 3 damages won't go amiss. And 1 accuracy. So 1 more there. And then 1 more there. And now I have reward merits. Gladiator, I don't know. I forget what Gladiator is. It pops up all the time. I never pay attention to it. I want to. It might have to do with PvP and unlocking the PvP arena. Yeah, it kind of pops up quite often. One thing I was wondering we should do once we hit 15 so we can do Ouro. The team from Star has its own charm. No, that's a good point, Yuki. We could always create 2 characters together and then run them on my farmer. And my farmer can get both characters up to 15 in about 20 minutes. So we'd be Ouro ready on those 2 characters. That's completely fair. It's a completely, it's completely fair. Actually, I'm surprised I'm not doing these characters on a farm first, honestly. I usually farm characters to 15 first just so they can do Ouro. I've done these beginning story arcs so much that I kind of like get cross-eyed. But it depends. If it's a character that I'm already familiar with the power sets, I definitely will farm them up to 15. In the case of Demon Summoning, I've never played it before, so that's probably why I'm like, let me do it the old-fashioned way. For Ouroboros for female petite earth controllers. Well, remember, Timberwolf, it's earth manipulation, so their power is that they are lifting that huge boulder up because in a way they're telekinetically lifting it. So it's not really truly their own muscles, but they're directing it with their hand as they look like they're hurling it. So think of it that way. Yeah, that's what I keep telling myself anyways. When you guys, well, and if you guys saw that earth lady I just had up here, this one right here, to your point, like this one's a dominator, but she is using earth assault for her secondary power. And this is why I gave her those big gloves and the big boots, because in my headcanon, they are amplifying her terrakinesis, or whatever you want to call it, power. Well, the thing about doing Ouro, too, is you have to do lower level Ouro, so you're still going to be doing some of those low level story arcs anyways, but at least you get to pick which one you want to do, mix it up a bit, as opposed to like just taking the first thing that's there in front of you. So yeah, it's let me sell 3 of these kind of fast for some quick cash, and then I'll sell the rest of these at a more decent price. Okay. Those will come in later. Yeah, you get some variety even with those lower brackets. Now, yeah, also more of a power sets to work with. Yeah, you get into the power sets a little bit faster. I personally don't mind. Most of my characters I do power level to 15 through a farm nowadays, but I just didn't do it with this newest batch because new powers sets and shiz. But I can definitely understand something. And usually I get them between 15 and 20. Because at 20 you get alignment missions, which also helps to mix things up quite a bit, and that opens up. If you take them all the way to 20, then you open up another bracket as well. So it just kind of depends. I usually I'll take them to 15, and then and then wherever the farm lands at 15 plus. Sometimes the farm ends at 16, 17, 18, and it's like whatever. Somewhere around there is good enough for me usually. For some of these alt characters. Especially since I've been doing these characters for the YouTube videos where they have like no double XP, so I'm really doing a lot of those beginning story arcs, and I'm already reading them out loud and stuff, and I've already got them memorized. Now, at the same point, you look at like the 30, 40, 50. There's a ton of level 50 story arcs I've never done once, but I've done the beginning 1 through 15 literally 4 times each. Because every new character you make starts over there at the beginning, right? So it gets to be a little... You've never done alignment missions? Alignment missions are very similar to newspaper missions, but the big difference is they give you reward merits. Because when you get through with 10 of them, then you get a morality mission that's worth 40 merits. You get them as tips that drop from enemies. Once you hit 20, you start getting them. And I can definitely show one here. Can't do it unless level 5. Let me get her into Pocket D first, and she can kind of hang out there for a bit. I'm going to drive myself over to here. I like to pick up these badges real quick while I'm thinking about it. Grab that one there and grab that one there. And we'll log out of there. But yeah, if you take a look at Aftershock here, that was kind of my idea, to give her those accoutrements on the hands and feet from the Enforcer set to make her look like that's what's, magnifying her power. Now I have a new blaster I made up that's also earthed. This used to be a Sentinel, but I think it's going to work better as a blaster. So I remade him as a blaster, but he's a stronger dude. He can handle earth. He does the big Superman punch into the dirt. It looks really cool. Let me see where her alignment missions are at. So if you go to contact and tips up here at the top, you'll see she's at 3 out of 10 villain points. And then she has a couple of alignment missions here that she can do. Those are tips that drop from enemies. And I'll show you guys something else. Do I have my level 50 mastermind on here? Yeah. So here's my level 50 mastermind. And she's only got one alignment mission done. Rude. I was hoping she'd have more done, but let me show you something really quick. So, you know, I heard this statistic from an insurance company. Is like, oh, you know that 80% of accidents happen within 3 miles of your house. And it's like, well, no does Sherlock, right? Because 80% of the mileage you drive is within the first 3 miles of your house, unless you're driving long distances every day. So like, if you run to the grocery store, if you were like to list all the trips you do in life, your grocery store might be 2 miles away. Your church might be 2 miles away. Your neighbor's 1 mile away. And you list these things that you go to. The car repair place is 3 miles away, 5 miles away. You know, your job's 6 miles away. Your Aunt Hilda's 20 miles away, but you visit her once a year. You know, so you list all these things in the frequencies. And what you find out is that the vast majority of the trips that you do are only, 2 to 5 miles. And even on the 5 mile trips, you still have to run the first 2 miles. So what ends up happening is 100% of the trips you do are within, in a manner of speaking, 1 mile of your house. Now they go further than 1 mile, but they all take you through that first mile. And then some of the trips take you through that second mile. A smaller percentage takes you through the third mile. Only like a very small percentage of your trips are more than 50 miles, right? And take you to the 51st mile. How does this apply to City of Heroes? Well, if you're doing a lot of vaults, you do the level 1 through 9 missions so many times your head spins, because you do them on every single character you level up if you don't use a farm to skip past levels, right? And as a result, even if I skip like up to level 15, I've done the level 10 through 20 missions a bunch of times as well. I've done the hit list so many times, I feel like I'm the one who's been hit. The Council Cargo, for example, I can tell you for a fact, it's a level 10 mission that puts you up against level 12 and 13 enemies on the first go. There's a lot of good missions in here, don't get me wrong, but I know them like the back of my head because I've done them so many times. It looks like there's a lot of missions here, but remember, a lot of these are Neutropolises, so unless you're focusing on Neutropolis for a character, you're probably ignoring those. So there's not that many for each of these levels. There's maybe not even a dozen there. So kind of keep that in mind. Now, when you get up into the 30s and 40s, okay, these missions here, I haven't even done some of these before according to my spreadsheet, because I've only got a couple of villains that even qualified to do this. And as I got them up to 50, I didn't have to do every single one of these with double XP. I was able to skip a bunch. And so I haven't done a lot of these. Haven't done a lot of these. Eyes glaze over, body goes on autopilot for what? But yeah. So, and then look at all the level 50 missions just for your level 50 characters out there. You can't even do these on a 49. You have to do them on 50. And there's a ton of them. They've given you tons of things to do on your level 50 character. And then there's the Incarnate missions from Dark Historia. There's a bunch more there. So, yeah, we need to get characters. We need to have a few characters at 50 that we're playing through this stuff. Absolutely. Yeah. Oh, your eyes glaze over and your body goes on when doing the story mission. Yeah. So no, totally. Grant reward merits. Yeah, they do. Let me see if I can find a character that's close to their goal here. Let me check on Katian here. Again, I'm so sick and tired of these pop-ups. I don't need them popping up on every single character. She's not close, sadly. Let's check Voltaic Veil. Do you say it's love if you start doing Ouro mission? I like farming a character to 15 because that way I can start doing Ouroboros missions right away. I find that Ouroboros for me, and she has no alignment credit because she probably just recently reset. Ouroboros for me is a more efficient way to knock them out and keep track of them. It teleports you right to the contact, so that's a convenience. And I find then I don't usually have to worry. I say usually because it's not always the case, but I don't have to usually worry about unlocking story contacts because they're, in Ouroboros, most of them are considered to be unlocked. Again, I say most of them because there are a few that will not unlock in Ouroboros until you do certain things. Oh gosh, she has no alignment credit either. Let me look at, look forever just to find somebody who can get alignment credit, Yeah. Yeah. Mail it to at yourself, like at, whatever your handle is. I did her. My dark controller. Sigh, nobody cares. Oh, good. Look, her meter's almost full here, guys. Look at this. Well, Ouro, yeah. And Ouro is storylines. It's just a way to do them through flashbacks, which turns them into repeatable task forces and whatnot. Yeah, I think you can change your handle, but I'm not 100% sure how to do it since I've never tried. No one hardly ever sees my handle. Okay, guys, so let's show you guys how to do alignment missions real quick and how to make lots of money with it, because Darkling, whatever her name is nowadays, the Dark Pulpit, is actually almost ready to do her big 40 reward merit mission, right? So, let me just teleport to Mercy Island, I guess. Yeah, you're just going to have to Google it up. Phantom, just Google up Homecoming, how to change. I don't think it's called handle, though. Maybe it is. Whatever the term is. Because honestly, it's something we never do, so none of us know. It's very rarely done, so you might have to look that one up. Okay, so what you do here on your character 0 plus 20, you should have these tips in here. If you don't have, you just get them from killing people, really. And she's at 9 out of 10. She needs one more, so we'll go do another mission. And it's in Port Oaks, because of course it would be in Port Oaks. Why wouldn't it be in Port Oaks? Port Oaks. All right, let me grab a exploration-y badge while I'm here. Around here somewhere. There we go. Okay. Yeah, your handle ends up being the first character's name. I wouldn't really worry about it too much unless you pick some obnoxiously long name or it's super super embarrassing or something. I wouldn't worry about it, man, because no, it's not something. We all got some crazy ones out there. All right, so we'll do this mission real quick. This is her 9th or 10th alignment mission here. Let's take a look here. Defeat the Pantheon Guard to get your medal. And a lot of these alignment missions are pretty fast. I say a lot. There's occasionally you'll hit one that's kind of longer. And it's most unfortunate when it is long. But for the most part... they're pretty quick. Wonder how WoW would have been with an Ouro type system. You know, honestly, Yuki, I've had the same thought quite a bit. So you can in WoW, you can what? You can you can do the old story arcs with low level characters by doing essentially their version of flashback, but it's like a whole campaign flashback. So it puts your character, like, let's say, in the Burning Crusade or the Lich King. And I find that kind of a fun way to solo, honestly. Part of me always wonders if I went back and just did some of those and voiced them out loud, people would care about watching those. But the way I do here in City of Heroes. But it doesn't give you the piecemeal of, hey, I just want to do this, I just want to do this, and make a lot of good money doing it, by the way. Because that's one of the selling points for me, is you do make good flashbacks with Ouros. And what have you. But yeah, I always thought that it'd be really cool to have a place where you could just go and do like these story arcs in World of Warcraft. There's so many good stories there. It would be nice to be able to pick them from a list, you know, and they would be like in, you know, chunks like, you know, current flashbacks are. It would be really neat, I think. So this is a controller, by the way, a dark controller. And, whoa. Make sure this guy stays under my control. You gotta love it when they're all dark and inky from darkness. It's just so cool. Oh, I didn't realize my beast was so hurt. You gotta heal Puppy Dog up. Yeah, is it? Yeah, you do outlevel them too fast, Yuki. So it would be nice to basically be downgraded, but still make good money doing it, which is what you can do with City Heroes. You can take a level 50, and I do this all the time. And I play the low-level story arcs, knowing that I'm going to get some really good money out of it. So I think it's really nicely done here, and you get to set the difficulty, so you can make it as tough or whatever as you want. So that's also pretty cool. Yeah. I just went to a GM to change it. They said that's the only way. Oh. So you have to do it through a GM? Well, I learned something new today. I needed some GM help with the story arc thingy, and they were very quick and polite about it, so... That's my only interaction. But, it was a good one. Dark on. It's totally depends on what you... I mean, Dominator is really good. Controller's really good. I don't think you can go wrong with either one. Just remember, if you do it on a controller and you're going to level them up through the levels, you're probably going to want to take the Arcane Bolt trick that I've shown people to get through those lower levels. It's a little bit less necessary here. Oh, I can't kill. I was wondering why this lieutenant wouldn't die, and I'm running out of endurance just trying. It's because he's invulnerable until I can get that pot here broken here. I just need this guy held in the meantime. I am a dark blaster. I've also got dark on a sentinel. Dark, I think it's dark armor sentinel, so that's been pretty fun too. Yeah, dark can definitely be done a few different ways, and for the most part, I don't think any of it is super meta, but it's a very solid pairing almost on everything. I really like it, Dark Miasma, on my robotics mastermind. It's a really nice healing and debuffing set there. Keeps my pets nice and healed. All right, so there we go, guys. That's our 10th. This is our 10th alignment mission here, right? So if I go to my tips, you're going to see the alignment bar is really full now. Now, I have 2 alignment missions. Pay attention, the details are important. 2 alignment missions, but you'll not see any morality missions. So in order to get a morality mission, now that I have 10, I just need to go beat up things until it pops up. And I don't think it even matters what level it is. These are only level 9. So, of course, being a controller means that they didn't die with the first AoE that I did. Very sad, but true. I don't know where my stupid wolf is at. And by the way, the wolf here with the controller and the dominator power set, to me, makes it also super worth it. But then again, I'm a fan of animals. I will point out, though, that you'll want to get the mod to change their howling, because it is pretty irritating on its own, and they howl non-stop, as you probably have heard in the background. So I'm using a mod that they still howl, but it's a little bit less grating on my nerves. Now, usually, I'll be honest, a lot of times when it's time to get that morality mission, I'll usually just pick up the next Ouro or the next alignment mission. But street cleaning is also a pretty effective way usually of getting it. Honestly, Perez Park on the hero side, where there are all these nice clumps of low-level enemies, is a good way to get it. Because it's basically like pulling the lottery tickets. There we go. Tip found. Tip found. Right? Never saw a dark blaster. There you go. Alright, so once you got that, that'll be a morality mission. So notice it says villain morality mission. Villain morality mission. Every time you pick an alignment mission, you can pick villain or rogue if you're on the red side. And you don't want to go rogue, you want to go villain. But once you fill that bar up, you're going to get this morality mission, one of the morality missions. Now these do tend to be a little bit more in depth. So you gotta get ready to buckle in here, right? But we'll go ahead and get this guy done right here. Oops. But the way I look at these things, people do newspaper and radio missions. I always, as you've heard me say 100 times, they don't earn you merits. So if you want like a quick short mission to do with your friends, you're just looking for like a one door. You don't want to get involved in an Ouroboros-y story arc. Then try considering one of these guys instead. Because with the blue side, I stick with hero missions. On the red side, I stick with villain missions. I don't do the ones in between. And you will both get the credit. You'll both get the credit to filling up that bar. Now, if it's time to do your morality missions, then those you'll need to do either twice or separately, because you'll need to do each one of y'all to get the merit rewards. You won't get the merit rewards for doing your friend's morality mission, which makes sense, because otherwise he farmed it up and you get all the rewards. It'd be a little iffy. Anti-heroes are fun, but unfortunately the implementation of that in this game sucks donkey nuts. So what happens is, if you're like a vigilante or whatever have you, we have found out there's certain activities you don't get merit rewards on. And that can be most unfortunate for you. Because you'll be sitting there playing with your friend and you're doing like a task force, and he gets like 40 reward merits and you don't get crap-oli. Well, that's super sad. That's not fun. And it's because the game is janky. There's no really great explanation for it other than game jank. Game be jankin'. I love confusion on dark because it makes them all dark like that with just glowing eyes. It's so badass. Most other classes have confusion, dominators and whatnot, but only dark gives them the whole silhouette look with the glowing eyes. Hey, Seeker, how you doing? Bruce Sentinel, whatever, the one with the Umbra Beast. Umbra Beast looks good, but I want something more offensive. Well, if you like the Umbra Beast and you want something more offensive, go Dark Controller. Because controllers are pretty... You know, they're more offensive than... did I say Controller? Dominator. Go Dominator. Dark Dom. Because they're more offensive than controllers. Though I don't think my controller takes too long to kill things nowadays, but and it's just going to get better as she levels up and gets more recharge. Oh gosh, I'm going to die. I'm going to die. I'm going to die. I'm going to die. I'm stuck in animations. I'm stuck in animations. I love Inflame on my pet. Oh yeah, I gotta put Inflame on my pet. That's true. I'm not exactly playing optimally, but when this is firing on cylinders, this actually does. You're right. Inflame's a good idea. I'm not even calling my secondary pets. I'm kind of taking it slow because I'm streaming at the same time, but yes, you know the controllers when they get going nowadays. My opinions of controllers DPS is kind of shifted because of Arcane Bolt. And you see, like his little, he's the one doing all this damage to this generator because I haven't even gotten to it. Oh, it's dead. Yeah, no. Where's he going? Oh, he got blown away by the generator. That is hilarious. That was funny as shiz. Umbra Beast got destroyed by the generator. Where are you at, buddy? Okay, let's go get this guy real quick. Game gonna be jank old, yeah. But a dark would remind me of a WoW priest, dominator that is. And I think like if you want more offense, and this is pretty good offense in my opinion. But if you want better offense than this, but you want the puppy dog, look at how cute he is. Look at this, and who's a good boy? He's a good boy, isn't he? A good boy? He's a good boy. Tell him he's a good boy. If you want the good boy, and you want to do some really good damage at the same time, in solo. Then definitely consider a dark Dom. Mind you, some of my DPS comes from charming other people just like that. Gotta keep my pet healed. He's a good puppy dog. Gosh, another guy who died before I could even get the heal off. Yeah. Yeah, as a controller. Yeah, hey, Uncle Sloth. Yeah. Yeah, but yeah, you don't get the pet, unfortunately, on anything else but controllers and Dom. I'm pretty sure you don't. You might get the Haunt, which is the temporary summon shades on something like a blaster or something. Sometimes they throw those in on some of the other, those secondary summons. I haven't looked up. Oh, you know what? I have a Dark Sentinel. I should look it up on him. I totally should. How you doing, Sloth? We're showing everybody an alignment mission here, or morality mission, I should say. And now it says we have to defeat any incoming PPD, which this I've done before. It tends to send in some pretty gnarly groups at times and whatnot. So you want to be clear of any other regular groups of enemies if you can be. And just wait for them to come to you like that. Look at that guy trying to flank me over there. Wow, he did a really great job too. Oh. Wow. Wow. Whoa, they just steamrolled over Wolfie and me. I didn't even see what hit me. They really did act like SWAT officers because they flanked my candy ass really, yeah, you can rename that beast. You sure can. Boy, I didn't even see what hit me. I didn't have a chance to use inspirations or anything. I'm just like, oh, what happened? They flanked me. That's why I do hate it. I do hate that particular mission where they summon up. You don't know what direction they're coming from. You know, it's a lot easier to deal with that in a building where, you know, they're going to come down a hallway towards you. So... yeah, that's the unfortunate thing. If they're all spread out too and you can't hit them with an AoE hold as a controller, and they're all gunning for you and ignoring your pet for whatever reason, that can be most unfortunate. I think I'm going to stay here. At least my back's up a little bit against the wall here, maybe. I really need a place where I can defend better, but yeah. At least here, I'm kind of against a wall. They should come after me here. The mission won't be over until I get through with these waves, whatever they are. Sadly. I see one of them shooting there. Oh, over there, buddy. They're coming from this direction. Now I'll send another wave after me. I don't know if it's going to come from that direction or not. We know it won't come from here or from there, so... Get tar patch ready. Yeah, I think I see some over there. Try to tie these guys down better this time. That's the controller's job after all. Die. There we go. Alright. Still next stands the TTRPGs. I like melee, hate being squished in glass cannon, exceptions for minion master types. Yeah, well, that's why, honestly, that's why I was so excited to when, at first when they said Homecoming was going live, and I didn't jump on it right away because I have my memories of City of Heroes, and I'm not the biggest fan of the melee characters in this game. As you guys have heard me say before, like if I want to play a power fantasy where I have really cool melee powers, I'm going to play a Muso game. Their Dynasty Warrior games are so much better about making you feel super powerful with melee weapons and the such. Wow, can we get this guy off of me? Good grief, how does he jump in my face so quickly? But, yeah, usually I don't have this many problems with controller, but it's in the wide open, and they're just spread out, and they come right at you. Anyways, I honestly don't feel like, for me, that it does that very well. But I like doing range characters here, doing big, huge nuclear blast and big controlling things, but they were pretty squishy. So I was very excited, though, once I heard that City of Heroes not only was coming back up, but also had the Sentinel class. So you can be ranged attacker, do big, big booms, do big AoEs around you, which feel, point-blank AoEs and stuff. And you can... let's put down this tar patch here. And you can, whatchamacallit, it didn't occur to me to heal my character up in between these fights. That is freaking lovely. Son of a gun. I did not heal up in between the fight. That's on me. But yeah, Sentinels are really awesome. Sentinels are really, really awesome. And by the way, boys and girls, heal up in between fights when you can. I'm too distracted trying to read the chat and think through stuff. The controller, if it's going to be a tougher... I didn't think this was going to be this difficult. If it's going to be like a tougher scenario, I should focus. It's also early in the morning, but I should focus and pay attention. Because controllers and dominators are like playing chess in this game, especially when they throw you against weird solutions. Those guys come right at you with the guns. And they are not so concerned that they're immobilized because those guns hit hard. So one of the interesting things with a lot of the controller power sets is that they immobilize enemies pretty early and frequently, which would normally limit enemies' DPS, but not those guys with the big, huge guns. They will tear through your tiny little hit points, and they seem to be ignoring the pattern going right for me. Well, fudge. It just occurred to me they're like right there. Because stupid me, Okay, let me see here. Let me get the pets out first. Shadow Field. We'll do Shadow Field as soon as we get in there. Okay. Let's just eat a couple of protections just to be on the safe side, because they seem to come right after me and ignore the pet. I do like, it's really funny, you jump in a hole in the ground, but then to leave, you jump in the back of a truck. It's really kind of weird. If I did more ranged characters, they'd probably be Sentinels. Yeah, Sentinels are awesome. And if you saw my video the other day, where I did Firebug, and she's doing +4, and she's doing a lot of point blank AOE, right? She's using fire, so she has to be up in their faces a little often. At the same time, when they're running away, I don't have to chase them all down because I have plenty of ranged attacks, right? Where's my dog at? Where's my frickin' dog? Where is the dog? What were you doing down there? Get your hit points back. Get your hit points back. Get your hit points back. Yeah, immobilize doesn't do much if they don't have to move. Yeah, so I just have to think through that a little bit more. We'll go get that one, Wolfie Poo. The wolf is not handling the complex geography of this place very well. The AI for the wolf's movement is a little gimped here. Hey, 11th, how are you doing today? He found a hydrant! That would explain a few things, actually. That would explain a few things. That's one bomb armed. Oh, goodness gracious. Well, shucks. There we go. Might as well get those guys over there too, Wolfie Poo. Hey, so how's you doing, 11th? How's it going today? We did another video with Fallout Queen this morning. So one video is already up on the channel, and a second one is recorded and ready for editing. Not that I do very much editing at all. Now, remember, this was a morality mission. We got this for doing 10 of the shorter alignment missions. So with this, we should be done. I think this is the last thing to do on this mission. And boom. And what do we get? 40 units of reward merits. 40. So that's essentially worth at least 6 million. And close to 8 million if you're patient. If you got a level 50 character, you can actually turn it into closer to 10 million. Pretty cool, huh? Morality missions are your friends. So that's 40 easy reward merits for her. And this character has a whopping 54. Why does she only have 54 merits? Did I spend them on something? Huh. She's not rich. I'm not. You know, I think what happened was I remade this character and I leveled it up through a farm, and that's why she's broke. Because I wanted to... I forget what I changed on the character, but I remade the character. Alright, guys. Let me just check. I think we're going out grocery shopping. Let me check. You got ready to go? You want to go? Okay, fine. Pizza. That's fine. Get you 2 big pizzas. Get me off the next few days. Extra pizzas? Oh, nice. Alright, so your blaster is full Indu powers. What's full Indu powers? Oh, by the way, recovery serum is something you can buy from the smart vendor. Is totally worth it. I don't know if I like those new psionic melee sounds I downloaded. It sounds like a bell. Ooh. Jedi mind trick. Never hurt anybody. She just tears them all up. How did you miss? He was literally right there in front of you. I like how she stays hidden, though. Like, okay, give me 10 more seconds. I love stalkers. Stalkers are the best. I don't care what you guys say. Stalkers rock. They put the scrappers to shame. They embarrass the scrappers. Oh, aren't you cute? They boggle you. He's beating up his friend. How dare you betray your friend? I shall punish you. He's dead now. Wait for it. Wait for it. Defeat the event organizer. Oh no. Oh, hello, nurse. Let me show you the pointy end of my psychic blade. Oh gosh, one hit kill. Oh. Oh, my scrapper can only dream of days like this. That's right, we were going to check the scrapper, and that's how fast an alignment mission can go. But we were going to check the scrapper and see if I got those scrapper set pieces yet. $60 degrees today? Holy summer, Batman. Okay, Ghost Yuki, what I've heard is what you gotta do is you gotta buy the ATOs here, right? So, let's see if my ATOs came in yet. Oh, my Frozen Blast accuracy did sell for 20 million. Okay, so I got 20 million. Now I need to buy the ATOs. Though the procs anyways. So what you want to do is you want to go for attuned. Let's see here. Go to someplace where I can think quietly. Go to attuned. Right. Go to attune. Crafted special enhancements. No, normal enhancements. Crafted. I don't think it's crafted. Tanker, sniper, scrapper sets. Okay. So we're looking for critical strikes, right? And we're looking for the 50% crit chance. Right. Let's see. No more than one enhancement this tab. This enhancement gives you the power to cause your attacks to gain 50% chance to land a critical hit for a short time and reduces recharge times by 14%. This effect will be triggered roughly 2 times per minute. So that's one argument here. Now I'll put in a bid for 851111. And then the other one is the Scrapper Strike. Recharge, chance to hit. No more than one. Increases the chance to critically hit with all your primary powers against players and minions by 2%, and boosts your chance to critically hit by 4% against most other enemies, which would be, I guess, lieutenants and bosses. So, I'll make some low-ish offers for those. And apparently that one came through already. So we'll get that guy there. And we're going to stick this in some sort of power, right? I guess it doesn't really super matter what power it's in. This is a recharge piece. What is crowd control? A war mace crowd control. And it's going to be, I want to be in it. Well, I can always unslot it later. So crowd control is probably a good one for it. Alright, so that should make it to where the character is critting more often. Right there. Theoretically, on paper. On paper. Snow on the ground? Yeah, we you know, it's supposed to be snowy here in Utah, but it's pretty bad at the moment. Well, I failed 2%. Like, I think normally against minions you get 5%, so it takes it from 5 to 7%. And against lieutenants, it would be 10 to 15%. From 10 to 15%. Well, here's a lieutenant right here. Oh, there's a critical right there. That hurt him more than it hurt me. Oh, smack, smack. Oh, we got a whole bunch of these guys here. Oh, gosh. She just... Oh, well, then again, these guys were helping, but it looked like she just whacked out 2 of those guys. Gosh, can I find some good groups of enemies, please? Well, you know, I asked for, like, ×2, and this still feels like a ×1 to me. Oh, come on. Seriously, what is like the world's shortest mission ever? Sigh. Normally, I mean, that's 500,000 influence right there. So normally getting 500,000 influence with only 3 fights would make me happy. But I wanted to bust some skulls this time. Like, for once, I won a bunch of fights, and they're like, yeah, no, here's like 2.5 wimpy fights. Son of a gun. Son of a bizwax eater. Oh, here we go. This is what I'm talking about. Now it's got those dang nabbit store shaman there, which are just like a scrapper's worst enemy because they will use that stupid knockback like you wouldn't believe. I hate that shiz. That right there. Come on, hit him. That's what I hate about melee. See, I don't know how you guys play melee so much because you constantly got to be positioning to be next to the dudes. I have no clue why I'm not killing things. Oh, and my endurance is down, and I'm not killing. What the hell? I have to run away from this fight. The scrappers suck, guys. Seriously, I have to run away from the first fight. Come on. Come on. Now, there was too much going on there, so I couldn't tell what was the problem, but was I just missing a crap ton or what? Combat. Let me put it on the channel here. You can add a tab for hit rolls. I have my defenses turned on. I probably should turn off those travel powers. Where is hit rolls? Here it is, hit rolls. Yeah, well, it didn't help that it wasn't the endurance though that I had around me. Did you see my health? And I wasn't killing them. Yeah, the endurance was definitely getting low, but the big problem, the reason I'm getting cranky is they're killing me before I'm killing them. You know, that's the problem. It wasn't the endurance as much. This shaman right here, a lieutenant, I couldn't nail him to save my life. Oh, now he dies in 1 hit. I must have done like 10 hits against him before, and Sunshine would not go down. Now that's a miss. Last to hit chance was 86%. 88%, 88%. That power might not be slotted out yet. Oh, the storm summoning ability makes you miss. Yeah, watch the miss chance on the top of the screen. I also put in the hit rolls log here so it can be reviewed later, but Yeah, I hate these guys. They all have to die. Now that time I at least got him down kind of quick. Yeah, the endurance is definitely a bit of an issue there. I don't know if I really feel the higher crit chance here. I need that second piece, and I'll probably start feeling it pretty good between the two put together. Come on, do the attack. Now, see, that's what I like to see, just instant group death. Okay, I'm feeling better now. We're crunching through some of these nice little Oh, he's still alive? Uh-oh. Wait, come back here. I'm not done with you. Crunch. So usually what happens with this character is I'll usually get into a pattern of using what's it called? Build up. So build up on Scrappers does more than it does on any other archetype. It gives you not only a higher percentage bonus, but you're multiplying it by one of the strongest base damages in the game. So you do those things together. Oh, that hurt. Oh, that really hurt. And you really can kill things pretty quickly when build up is up. So the problem is build up has a cooldown. So usually for the next group of enemies, I'll usually use some inspirations to get through the next pack somewhat efficiently. Yeah, storm summon that buddy. Wow, I seem to have a big group here all at the same time. Oh, that hurt them more than it hurt me. Oh, that was painful for somebody right there. That was satisfying, and that took a little good play there with the inspirations and my powers and stuff. Ooh, a big purple. Save that little boy for later. Juicy. Whack. 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 Alright, so what do you guys think of the War Mace here? You know, the shield part of this has both resistance and defense, which usually is not the best way to split things up if you can help it, but... Oh yeah, the hit chance is only like 47% while he's got that up. That's very rude. That's why I'm missing so much, but it does go down. Okay, so that's what was happening last time. I didn't realize that that hurricane, I knew it knocked you back. I didn't realize whatever he was doing also cut your chances to hit literally in half. Yeah, the big stick is working out better now. Now I'm less cranky. I'm in a groove here. It's really turning out most unfortunate for some of these guys here. Whack. Oh, it is, I will say, like, you've heard me mention on other power sets that the sound effects are just like, eh. But I don't know if it's a mod I have or if this is the original sound effects, but the sound effects on here just feel so good. They're so delicious and crunchy. Well, I can't say that I necessarily feel that increased chance yet, but I know in the back of my head it's hard at work, right? Oh, that was a nice big sweep there. I like this War Mace. This is why this is my primary scrapper. The War Mace just slaps. The big stick works. It just goes. Plus, I like the pretty red and white wings. I think it looks pretty cute. Oh, this is the other character I used the Enforcer armor set on. Because you got the red and the glowy effects there. Yeah, the War Mace is definitely a big stick that slaps, and it slaps hard. And again, I don't know if those sound effects are the default sound effects, but they just sound so satisfying. To me, sound is, you know... the sound effects is an important part of the power set and whatnot. You make your own Hot Girl tie. Well, you can do you, but this is definitely not Hot Girl. Okay, this is Falcon Force, and totally not Hot Girl, but it's Falcon Force. Okay, absolutely. You guys call her Falcon Force because she is not Hot Girl. Absolutely. Yeah, sound effects are super, super important. I do want to take a minute to show you the star of the show, Sir Busenheimer. Sir Busenheimer says hi to all of you. Before we sign out here, I got to go run some errands, guys, but it's good hanging out with you this morning. We had a good almost 3-hour stream, and maybe we'll do some more later tomorrow or tonight, or who knows. But I just wanted to say, Busenheimer says hi. Look at that face. What? Hmm? What? All right, guys. I got to head out for run some errands, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Check out the new videos that are going up of our new radioactive heroine, the Fallout Queen. But until next time, take care. May God bless you. Or just give him a little rubs before we leave here. Needs to be rubbed. He's like rub. Rub. You have eye stuff in your eyes. You too, Phantom, Puzz, Uncle Sloth. You have a great day. Don't forget we're on Discord, so I may not be streaming later today, but I'll probably pop in a Discord a couple of times in between my Pathfinder game that I run. So yeah. Yep. Right, kitty? You got such big eyes. Have a good one.